Why was Jimin carrying Jungkook's bag? Sudden airport return leaves media in chaos as BTS duo sparks frenzy. No one expected the night to shift this drastically. There was no official schedule, no airport dispatch, no warning, not even the usual whisper of an insider leak. Yet, as the automatic doors of the private terminal slid open and the first flashes burst like lightning, the world suddenly found itself confronting a question the entertainment media has no answer for. Why was Jimin holding Jungkook's bag? If the paparazzi hadn't captured it, perhaps the moment would have slipped into obscurity. But the cameras did capture it. They caught every frame, every movement, every expression the boys tried to hide. They caught Jimin stepping out first, gripping a black bag that fans instantly recognized from Vogue Japan's Viral in the bag segment. They caught Jungkook walking beside him, hands empty, posture relaxed, but expression noticeably alert the moment reporters began shouting. And that single switch of luggage, that tiny, seemingly harmless detail, detonated a global wave of speculation that refuses to die down. The airport return itself was already strange. No schedule was announced. No travel hints were posted. Their departure had been quiet, their arrival even quieter. But the bag, that bag, turned a simple sighting into an international mystery. The similarity was too precise to dismiss as coincidence. Fans who had replayed the Vogue Japan video thousands of times recognized the stitching instantly. The 3 compartments, the matte black texture, the exact placement of the zipper pull. This wasn't a look-alike. This wasn't a trend bag. It was Jungkook's, the very same bag he gently tapped during Vogue Japan's interview while explaining how he had evolved from a maximalist to a more organized traveler. The bag he said held essentials he never travels without. The bag he teased Jimin about, pointing to the multiple compartments and the upgraded organization that made him feel safe while on the move. And yet, that iconic bag, the one that fans now associate with Jungkook's personal travel identity, was not in Jungkook's hands at the airport. It was in Jimin's. Why? That question echoed through the terminal the moment a reporter yelled it out. Jimin glanced down for the briefest second before offering a small, careful smile. One designed not to confirm or deny anything. Jungkook's eyes flickered toward Jimin too, that split-second glance that fans have replayed as if it held the answer to something larger. The silence between them carried weight. An unspoken message. A shared story the public wasn't meant to hear just yet. What happened inside the car? Did they switch bags purposely? Was something happening behind the scenes that the two were subtly protecting? Or, perhaps the most intriguing speculation, was this an intentional breadcrumb leading toward a project no one has been informed about? Entertainment outlets across South Korea, Japan, Indonesia, the US, and Europe scrambled to adjust scripts as the footage spread. Breaking news tickers rolled out within minutes. Analysts pulled up screenshots of the Vogue Japan video, comparing it side by side with the airport images. Even professional stylists and prop coordinators were asked for input. Is this normal? Is there a reason 2 artists would swap bags during a confidential schedule? None could provide a definite answer. Theories multiplied instead. To understand why this moment exploded the way it did, one must revisit the video that the entire world has now connected to the incident. Vogue Japan's warm, intimate, deceptively simple in the bag segment featuring Jimin and Jungkook. Just days earlier, the two sat together on a modern sofa with a soft green backdrop, dressed casually. Jimin in an oversized black hoodie, Jungkook in a neatly pressed black shirt. Their laughter filled the room as they pulled out mints, gummies, travel sprays, wallets, perfumes, chargers, and sentimental essentials. It was supposed to be a comfortable, charming glimpse into their daily habits, but now, in hindsight, that video feels almost prophetic. Jungkook opened the exact bag, his organized life in one place, as he jokingly called it. He showed the gummy candy he couldn't travel without. He pulled out breath mints designed to defeat garlic odor, making Jimin laugh as he sampled one. He explained how the multi-purpose charger calms his nerves during long trips. Everything was deliberate, personal, meaningful. Meanwhile, Jimin displayed his minimalistic style. A tiny card case, a small spray, a travel set that fit in the palm of his hand. He even mentioned he dislikes big bags because they feel unnecessary for him. He prefers compact simplicity, things he can move around with effortlessly, which makes the airport image even more baffling. The bag in his hand wasn't small. It wasn't something he would normally pick. It wasn't his style at all. It was unmistakably Jungkook's, in size, in shape, and in character. For someone who doesn't carry much, why was he carrying something that carries so much? Fans flooded X, formerly Twitter, with theories that ranged from practical to emotional. Did Jungkook hand it to him because he had to take a call? Did something urgent occur that forced them to move quickly? Was a staff member missing, leaving Jimin to help carry? Was the bag holding something important tied to Season 2 of Are You Sure? Their beloved travel show rumored to be filming again. Or was this detail something deeper? Something intentional? Something symbolic? The Vogue Japan video had shown their chemistry as a duo, one organized, one minimalist, one teasing, one reacting, both comfortable, old friends in sync. Fans adored the way their personalities intertwined like puzzle pieces. But no one predicted that the bag, of all things, would become a focal point of international speculation. The airport moment spread so fast that newsrooms began dissecting frames like detectives. Every angle was examined. Every finger placement, every shift of weight, every glance between the two. And then came the moment that sealed the frenzy, a tight close-up shot capturing the stitching on the bag's left corner, exactly matching the one seen in Vogue Japan. The evidence was undeniable. The object Jimin held was, without question, Jungkook's personal travel bag. This revelation transformed a simple sighting into a global investigative topic. Entertainment anchors from Seoul to Los Angeles opened their broadcasts with the same breathless tone. What happened between Jimin and Jungkook before their sudden return? Why was Jimin holding something so personal to Jungkook? Is this connected to their new project? Is there a hidden schedule underway? Or was this detail not meant to be seen at all? Those questions remain floating in the air, unanswered but endlessly speculated. The truth is, the footage leaves more mystery than clarity. Jimin's controlled smile suggests awareness. Jungkook's glance suggests concern or connection. Their synchronized pace suggests unity. But what happened before the cameras caught them remains locked behind the tinted windows of the van they stepped out of. The Vogue Japan video, viewed millions of times, now feels like the before snapshot in a story that suddenly offered an unexpected after. A calm moment foreshadowing chaos. A soft interview that accidentally seeded clues no one knew would matter. The airport footage wasn't supposed to exist. Their arrival was supposed to be hidden. But fate, or paparazzi instinct, captured the one detail they didn't expect to become a headline, and now the world waits for an explanation that may never come. The airport hallway had already returned to its usual rhythm by the time the boys disappeared around the corner, but the disturbance they left behind clung to the air like static electricity. Even after they were out of sight, the reporters kept calling their names as if hoping one of them would suddenly come back and offer an explanation. The echoes reverberated, the questions multiplying, the confusion refusing to settle. Yet the deeper the world falls into this story, the more uncomfortable one truth becomes impossible to ignore. This was not a random accident. This wasn't a moment born out of coincidence or carelessness. This was something else entirely, something that, whether intentional or not, carried the weight of narrative.